Hey guys. Hey. So hey guys. Oh, I will be doing a mix. Okay. I will be doing a mix this week. No, over last week's. I will be doing a mix this week. No, a mix from last week's. When I was talking about when I did a review. I did a review of what it means to be lazy. We are doing a mix this week from last week's. And then tomorrow on this video shoot, I will be talking about time management. Okay, that's tomorrow. But today I'm doing a mix from last week's. Okay? So if you have Oma, so I'm gonna talk about that now. So if you have Oma, if you have Oma, and you go to her house in the mornings. So in the mornings you go to Oma's. If you have Oma, and when your Oma asks you, like when you get there, like in the mornings, when you get to Oma's, and when you first get there, let's say you have to. So let's say you playing a game. You are playing a game with your Oma, with your Oma. You're playing a game at her house with Oma. And when you first get there, and your Oma is telling you, set the game up. Set the game up yourself. And then you let your Oma set up the game for you. That's lazy. Yes, very lazy. And when she asks you to set up the game for us, you set up the game, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I was talking to you guys from last week's. Yes, last week's. But today I've been doing like a mix. I've been doing like a mix. I'm doing like a mix from last week's. So this week's. Okay. You listen, right? You listen. You need to listen to the first time, right? Yeah. Oh, at school. So at school, and you're supposed to be washing your hands for lunch. So you're supposed to be washing your hands for lunch, right? And you don't keep saying, to the teachers, and you keep saying, oh, can I wash my hands now? It's time for lunch now. You don't keep on saying that, right? You know it, right? Yeah. The teacher that you know, right? Yes. You know what time for lunch is, right? Come on. Oh, and you don't toot and fart. You don't. So let's say your friends is sitting beside you, and you stand up and toot. Gross. That's disgusting. And it's rude. And you don't toot in a store. Like in a grocery store, you don't toot and fart. It's disgusting. First of all, there's groceries there, and second of all, there's lots of people in there. And those people can smell you toot underneath their mouths. Ew, gross. You don't do that. It's rude. Oh, I just remembered when I was in high school, in the mornings, when the bus comes to my house in the mornings, when I first get into the bus, I toot. When I first sit down on the bus, I toot. You don't do that. It's rude and it's disgusting. Before I sit down, ew, gross. Ew. You don't do that. It would stink the whole bus out. And your bus driver is picking up a wheelchair student, and she has to. Yeah, and then you toot. Ew, gross. And then you lean over and you toot. Ew, gross. You don't do that. That's weird. Oh, you don't, it's, or let's say, if you want to watch a movie on DVD, yeah, if you want to watch a movie on DVD and you let your parents put on the movie for you on DVD, that's lazy. Can you do it yourself? Can you put the movie on for yourself? You don't let your parents do it, you do it. Right, that's lazy too, right? Like, okay, this movie, everyone to watch this movie, Alvin and the Chipmunks, that's pretty cool. If you have this movie, you put it on yourself, right? Yes. Yeah. Come on. Or maybe it's in Christmas. Maybe it's in Christmas time and you're watching a Christmas movie And this is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you want to watch this Christmas movie, put it on yourself, right? Yes. Okay, we're doing like a mix this week from last week's. Okay. I'm gonna talk about something. Do something different in this video, dude. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Oh, and when you do a class, so you will be doing your classes. You will be doing one of your classes on Zoom. And when you get home from school, so you will be doing the Mari Hops, right? You will be doing the Mari Hops when you get home from school. And you say, and then you say this to your parent, you say this to your dad, and you say, should we do the Mari Hops today? Yes. It's lazy, right? Like, oh, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about in the Mari Hops today? You know what we're going to talk about, right? Yeah. It's lazy. Oh, and you don't be lazy all afternoon. You don't. Oh, and don't call in sick. You don't. You don't call in sick from work. You don't. That's lazy too, right? Yeah. Like, let's say my boss is calling me. My boss is calling me from work on my phone. And he says to me, are you going to work today? And then you say, oh no, I'm staying home. I have to call in sick. I have to call in sick today. I'm not feeling well. This being silly. Been very silly. Like, oh, I have to hang out with my friends. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, and then your boss is like, what are you talking about? You're fired. Right? Yeah. You get fired from that. So let's say, for example, Madison Eisman. Yeah, Madison Eisman. If she called in sick from work, she's lazy. That sounds silly, right? Madison Eisman, she'll get fired because if her boss is calling her on her phone, and Madison Eisman, she'll get fired because she called in sick. You don't call in sick from work, right? Yeah, come on. And you don't let your parents repeat themselves. You don't. you. Oh, and this is how you get teachers' attention. You put up your hand like this. You put up your hand and do this. Excuse me, woohoo, woohoo, I'll get my hand up, woohoo. You don't do that. You don't. Just, can you wait a minute? And don't scream on top of your lungs. You don't. This is how you get teachers' attention. Oh, you know attention? It's a song. It's a song about that. You know a song? This song is called Attention by Charlie Puth. I like that song. Yeah. I just want attention. That sounds old. Yeah. 5 years ago. Yes. Oh, if you have a Oma and you go to her house in the mornings, you go to Oma's house in the mornings, and when you get in there, when you first get there, you're supposed to be taking your shoes off and you take your coat off, and you go up the stairs, and you say to Oma, now what? You know now what? Set the game up, right? Yeah. That's lazy, right? It's called lazy. Oh, and when you are a man, let's say if you are 21, or if you are 21, or if you are 22, you have to put gel in your hair, and then you let your parents put gel in your hair for you. That's lazy. Can you put gel in your hair yourself? It's lazy. You put gel. You don't let your parents put gel in your hair for you. That's lazy, right? Yeah. Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Hear you? What?
Nothing. Why are you sitting in the dark for?
Mm-hmm. So, oh, let me start it over. So, you oh, why is it? Okay. Um, you you don't let your parents put gel in your hair for you. That's lazy, right? You do it yourself, right? Yes. Like if you go out to a party, if you go out to a party and you let your parents put gel in your, if you go to a party and you let your parents put gel in your hair for you, that's lazy. Can you do it yourself? Yeah. Like trimming your nails. You have to trim your nails, right? And then you let your parents trim your fingernails for you. That's lazy. Can you trim your fingernails yourself? Because it's getting too long, right? Yeah. Like, oh, if you're out and about, if you're going somewhere and you have to take your max with you, and then let's say your grandma and you are going shopping, and your grandma says to you, have you got everything, like your mask? And say, oh, I forgot it, I leave it at home. You don't. You don't. How do you forget your mask? Are you leaving it at home? Yeah. And then when your grandma says to you, get your mask ready. And you don't do it, lazy, right? Yeah. You put the mask on before you get out of the car, right? Yes. You don't put your mask on when you get there. You do it before, right? Yes. And you don't be so slow doing it. Can you put a mask on? Can you put your mask on your face faster? And jump out of a car. You don't get out of a car, you jump out, right? Yeah. Can you listen to your grandma? When she asks you something, you do it. Like to water the plants. You don't get your pants all wet. When you water the plants, yeah. Come on. Right? Yes. And you have to sing happy birthday. If you have a birthday, you have to sing happy birthday, right? If you don't do it, that's rude, right? So let's say if you have Down syndrome and you do the hangout with a Down syndrome group, and someone has a birthday on a weekend, and you're supposed to be singing happy birthday. If you don't do it, that's rude, right? And what's this? That's rude too. You don't do this. That means that you don't care about other people. You do this. Right? It's rude. It's so let's say it's Christmas. Let's say it's in Christmas. So the other people say have a Merry Christmas. And you say, oh, humbug. That's rude. It's like you don't care about other people. The people say have a Merry Christmas. And you say humbug. It sounds like you don't care about other people. That's rude. You don't be rude. You be nice to people. When they say have a Merry Christmas, you say have a Merry Christmas too. Right? It's rude. You don't be rude. You be nice. Right? So, yeah. Oh, so at school, if you have Christmas break from school, and it's the last day at school, it's the last day from December, and your teacher say, oh, have a Merry Christmas, and then you do this. That's real too. Oh, and you don't give the teachers attitude. You don't. So let's say if you are in a special ed classroom and you're supposed to be doing your reading program on Zoom with your teachers on Zoom when you get home, and then you say to your teachers and you say, oh, I'm not doing this when I get home this afternoon. You do it, right? And you say, oh, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to draw a picture. Can you just draw a picture? You listen to your teachers on Zoom. Right? Come on. And you make faces on Zoom. On Zoom, you don't make faces. It's rude. So at the cottage, and you at your cottage, you at your friend's cottage. You are at you are at you at your friend's cottage, and you don't talk to them. That's rude. It's very rude. When you get there, you start talking, right? You talk. You talk to the whole family at your friend's cottage, right? Yeah. Your friend at your friend's cottage, and there's family there, and you don't talk to them. That's rude. So let's say, for example, I am at the cottage right now. So, for example, I am at the cottage right now, and I am at my friend's cottage, and so let's say Michelle and Kevin. I am talking to Michelle and Kevin, but I don't hang out with Jackson. That's rude. Can you hang out with little kids? Yes, it's rude. They have kids there, right? If you don't hang out with little kids, that's rude. At your friend's cottage, and they have family over there, and they have kids, like little kids, that's rude. That's very rude. You don't be rude. That's not nice. Or and if you are hanging out with little kids at your friend's cottage, and the little kids is being silly, and you have to say, calm down, don't be hyper. Yeah, they have way too much sugar. Yeah, little kids. They have way too many. Yeah. Like, calm down, you can say that, right? Yeah. Listen, I know you get excited, but you don't have to be so silly, right? Yeah. Well, it's kids. It's little kids. They're silly, right? They're being silly because they're just little, right? Yeah. Like when I was a kid, I was being silly. Cause do you know why? Because I was just a kid then, right? Yes, being a kid when I was silly. I was silly when I was a kid. But now, I'm not silly, right? Because I'm a man, right? I'm 22, right? Yeah. But you don't think about that in the past, right? I was bad in the years. Yeah, in my kid years. Yeah. But don't worry about that. That's past, right? Yeah. Oh, you don't pick your nose. If you do the Mighty Hawks, you don't pick your nose while doing the Mighty Hawks. That's rude. That's weird. Hey. So, today I'll be doing like a mix. I'll be doing like a mix from last week's. So that's today. And then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I'm going to talk about time management. Okay? And then next week, I'll be doing a review. I'll be doing another review of Don't Skip Ahead. Okay? But I just remembered the other week, I just remembered the other week I was talking about don't skip ahead. But this time, I'm going to do a review of that. Okay? So there's next week's after tomorrow. Okay? And that's it.